It's time now for the best high school sports action from the WBCB Sports Network. Catch the best games from Bucks and Mercer County at WBCBSports.com and our Facebook page. Your home for high school sports is right here at WBCB 1490.
An eventful Game 1 last night here at Sunnybrae Little League gets us to this point right now here for Game 3 as Robbinsville won an electric game last night against Bordentown that took 8 innings and a steal of home plate after a wild throw to get them to this point here as they go head-to-head against the 2-time defending champion Nottingham All-Star Little League team here at Sunnybrae Little League live on the WBCB Sports Network. Hello everybody, my name is Ryan Baxter. And before we get anything started, let's say thank you to today's sponsors real quick. The Revere Restaurant, Team Toyota, Capital Health System, Kessel Dermatology, Saul Funeral Homes, Hyundai of Trenton, the Trentonian, the Trenton Thunder, the Italian People's Bakery, Haldeman Ford, Saul Funeral Homes, the Hamilton Township Education Association, and Jammer Doors and Windows. Like previously stated, I'm Ryan Baxter, and joining me for color today is 2-time Hall of Famer, noted public figure, and if all my research is correct, formerly known as D.B. Cooper, Rich Fisher.
Still looking for me.
Now, Fish, I mentioned last night's game. You said you caught a little bit of the tail end of it, and we were just here for a great matchup between Sunnybrae and West Windsor, where Sunnybrae kind of exploded late and took over later on in that game. And the winner of this game goes on to face that really tough Sunnybrae team. It should be a good one.
Yes, it should. Well, this should be a really good game. I mean, Robbinsville's coming in here with a ton of momentum. But they're going against a team. I mean, Nottingham obviously is the gold standard in District 12. Nottingham is going for its 3rd straight District 12 title and 31st overall, by far the largest amount of any team in the district. And this year's squad, they don't have any players that played in the 12-year-old tournament last year. Sometimes you get some 11s that play up.
Right.
However, this year's squad is comprised of players that have known nothing but success in the past 2 years. It's won the districts and states as 10-year-olds. Then it repeated as district champs last year as 11-year-olds. And last year's 2-1 win over Bordentown in the district final, Gennaro Salzano hit an RBI single to score Matteo Pandolfini. And both of those names are familiar in Steinert lore. They had fathers or cousins or uncles that played for Steinert. The team is managed by Adam Riemann, and he has a top-flight assistant coach and former Steinert star Ryan Pandolfini. And Nottingham is tournament tested. They've got some big-time games they played in, but they're playing a team. I talked to Robbinsville coach Mike Kinsella, Robbinsville High coach Mike Kinsella a couple days ago. I asked him how this team looked, and he said he hears it's pretty good. And he has to keep tabs on this. This is his feeder system. As you mentioned, amazing win by Robbinsville last night. In the 8th inning, they fell behind 3-2. And then Olin Jakubowski scored on a wild pitch, and Bryce Brown was standing on third base. Nolan Amato drew a walk, and as Bordentown's pitcher walked back to the mound, Amato grabbed his attention by taking off for second, and Brown saw his chance and bolted home, and the throw was wild, and that's how the winning run scored. So it was really an exciting game last night. Great way to kick off this tournament. Robbinsville traditionally has been pretty good in this tournament. They last won this in 2020 as 12-year-olds. And let's see, when else did they win it? I thought they won it since then, but I guess not.
Well,
but still, they've had success.
Yep, we got the national anthem coming up. We'll hear more from Rich Fisher in a little bit here on the WBCB Sports Network.
1490. Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers great cosmetic dermatology featuring the latest technology in cosmetics, including Morpheus 8 for skin tightening and scars, ultraviolet A and B light treatment for psoriasis, eczema, and itching. Kessel Dermatology now offers Genesis and XLV laser treatments for wrinkles, facial discoloration, scars, and hair removal. Kessel Dermatology provides Botox and fillers. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology. Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
Since 1899, proud to be a part of your greater Hamilton Township community is Saul Funeral Home. Saul Funeral Home is a fourth-generation family-owned business that proudly supports our community and has guided families in Mercer County when they need it the most. Their caring, dedicated, and compassionate staff is always ready to go above and beyond to bring you closure you deserve while celebrating the unique life of your loved one. Visit their website at saulfuneralhomes.com. That's saulfuneralhomes.com. Saul Funeral Homes is proud to sponsor today's game and hopes you enjoy it. Now, Fish, back to what you were saying a little bit ago about this Robbinsville team.
Well, yeah, the program in general, they've had decent success at the sub 12-year-olds. They won districts in 2000, the 10-year-old districts in 2007, 2011, 2014. They won districts as 11s in 2009, 2012, 2014, but they really can't just seem to break through on the 12. They did win it in 2020. That's their only 12-year-old championship. But they always put competitive teams out there. They always go pretty deep into this tournament. So we'll see what could happen. I mean, they're up against, I don't know. I guess you got to configure Sunnybrae and Nottingham kind of the co-favorites to win this thing. Sunnybrae because of the experience it has with 4 holdovers from the 12-year-olds, and Nottingham just because this is the team that's won it. This nucleus of players won it as 10s and won it as 11s, so they know how to win. But we'll see. You know, we've seen crazy things happen in this tournament, and I wouldn't count it out this year either.
Neither would I, Fish. And let's go over the lineup real quick for this Nottingham All-Stars. As leadoff hitter, third baseman Owen McWhorter steps up to the plate. Matteo Pandolfini playing shortstop will follow him. Batting third is the right fielder Gennaro Salzano. Right behind him in the cleanup hole is the pitcher Elijah Spurlock. Batting behind Spurlock in the 5 spot is your first baseman Owen Quick. In the 6th spot, 00 Brennan Taylor. He's in center field. Your 7th spot is the catcher Tim Raymond, and behind him, second baseman Austin Marshall. Batting 9th is Ryan O'Connor, the extra hitter, and right behind him, the left fielder Ryan O'Donnell. And then 2 extra hitters behind him, John Domowski, and Jason Baylog. And they go up against Elijah Tran on the hill. Miles Tran, excuse me. Why did I say I got the other pitcher confused. Miles Tran, excuse me.
You're fired. Get out.
About time.
You'll have to carry the load here until I finish writing in these my lineup card.
I got you. Tran, 2 pitches in, 1 a little high and 1 just a touch outside. 2-0 here to the leadoff hitter McWhorter.
This is what I get for trying to eat between games.
That's why I ate in the first game.
Well, I couldn't.
Finds the zone that time, does Tran. A 2-1 count to McWhorter. McWhorter looking ready to drive one. 2-1 on the way. Showed bunt, and that one left just outside. 3-1 to McWhorter. McWhorter using the very popular Easton Height Fire bat. Our cameraman Jordan Hirsch's favorite new bat, as he cuts and misses at that one to run the count full. Tran started behind in this count, 2-0, and he's got it full now. And he can't put him away there. Good at bat from McWhorter to draw the walk.
It's always a great way to start a tournament.
Yes, it is.
Draw a free pass. The last thing you want to do is walk batters.
Now batting second, the shortstop, Matteo Pandolfini. First pitch to Pandolfini is popped up into center field, right underneath it, and caught by Virat Tripathi for the first out of this inning. just a little underneath that one was Pandolfini. And now stepping up to the plate, Gennaro Salzano. Left that one, seems a little controversial.
Controversy already?
It's not controversy unless Rich Fisher is here, and we all know this.
Is that how that works?
I think so.
It's quite a responsibility.
Showing bunt against Salzano. Faking a throw, looking like he's gonna run. Doesn't take off, does McWhorter. Doing a good job of holding him is Jakubowski.
Now, I have to chastise you. You told me that Nottingham was the home team.
You're right, I dig it. That's how it was set up on the bracket that was printed out, and the strike laid in there, 1 and 2.
You don't go by the bracket. I think they do a coin flip.
Oh, I was unaware of that one.
Yes, according to Mastermind Mo Masseri, Big Mo, not his son.
I got you.
Says there is a corn flip before every game.
1-2 pitch is grounded to the second baseman and tossed over to Amato. Going first to third is McWhorter, and a good throw by Amato. He is tagged out, double play to end the first, and Robbinsville gets to come up with even more momentum.
Wow, what a play. What a great play. And you know what? You got to watch that. Traditionally over the years, Nottingham likes to run, they like to bunt, they like to be aggressive on the base paths, and Robbinsville obviously aware of it there. And really great job there by Nolan Amato to make a bullet throw. I mean, they got him by 4 feet.
And we'll see what the Robbinsville team can do up next here on the WBCB Sports Network.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
Over 1,400 tariff-free cars ready to go at Hyundai of Trenton, 1655 North Olden Avenue, Ewing Township. Hyundai, Kona, Palisade, Tucson, Santa Fe, Elantras, all priced for immediate sale. No one has the selection or the special pricing that Hyundai of Trenton has. Over 1,400 tariff-free cars. If you are ever thinking of a new car, SUV, or EV vehicle, now is the time to buy at Hyundai of Trenton, 1655 North Olden Avenue, Ewing Township. Remember, they have over 1,400 tariff-free cars waiting for you to test drive now. And celebrating 50 years of business and supporting your community, Haldeman Ford, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. Neighbors helping neighbors is what Haldeman Ford does and will continue to do. Haldeman Ford has it all, new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, plus work-ready trucks. Haldeman Ford has a great variety of EV vehicles. Haldeman Ford services all makes and models and is known for their fleet service and state-of-the-art collision center. And coming soon, the area's largest commercial vehicle center. Haldeman Ford here yesterday, here today, here tomorrow, celebrating their 50th year in business. Now stepping up for the Robbinsville side of things, leading off is the pitcher, Miles Tran. Behind him is the second baseman, Luca Camuto. Then Bryce Brown, the right fielder, will hit third. Abby Kushal, the shortstop, is going to hit cleanup. He's hitting fourth. And then behind him, Olin Jakubowski, the catcher. He's hitting fifth. The sixth hole is occupied by first baseman Nolan Amato. Then behind him, the center fielder, Virat Tripathi. In the eighth spot is Michael McAuliffe. Number 9, and then the 9 hole is Tejas Dranadula. The 10 spot is going to be left fielder Jackson Genovese. 11 will be Kelton Jakubowski, and then 12, Carter Avery. 1-1 count here to Tran as he faces the pitcher Elijah Spurlock. That one left outside, 2-1.
wave of humidity seemed to have just come over here, hasn't it?
Yeah, really. I'm not enjoying this one.
Yeah. Yeah, first game was nice, pretty pleasant weather, cool. And
Yeah, the sun wasn't out.
yeah,
It was behind some clouds. Thankfully, we're still here under the tent, though.
yeah, the tent helps. It's just the humidity that's just sort of just came in like thunk.
2-2 pitch.
Ooh,
And that one left just outside.
well, that was as close as you could get.
Now, where it missed, I don't know. Full count pitch. And that one left outside. Miles
Right.
Tran draws a walk.
I can tell you, these Sunnybrae snack bar French fries are good.
Yeah, they are really good. You
to-
and Jordan are both munching on some fries right now.
Trying to finish them.
Luca Camuto steps up to the plate now, going up against the lefty Spurlock. Comes set and fires. That one left outside as well. Ball one.
This is another impressive crowd. Second game of the day. First crowd was good. This crowd is really good.
Yeah, they come out in droves to see these Little League teams play here at Sunnybrae. That one cut on and missed by Camuto. A healthy hack at that. 1-1 now. Spurlock the 1-1. That one brushes the top of his feet a little bit. 2-1 count. Miles Tran already on with a walk. And Camuto looking to help out his pitcher. Ground ball right to the second baseman. 4, 6, 3. It's a double play.
How about that?
What a turn there. Started by the second baseman, Austin Marshall. Then Pandolfini to Quick. And that's a 4, 6, 3 double. Wait, maybe. Oh, never mind. Looked like there was going to be like a discussion there. Maybe Quick came off the bag, but quick conversation at that. 4, 6, 3 is the double play.
That was impressive. That was really nice. I mean, that looks as good as any high school team you're going to see turning a double play.
Yeah, really. That looked like a high school team.
Yeah, I mean, you know. Wait, who's out on second?
Out on
Marshall?
Yes, Austin Marshall
Yeah.
on second base.
Yeah, that's right. They had that weird thing in the lineup card.
Yeah.
I mean, Marshall, great pick, and just real quickly got that throw off the shortstop. Perfect pivot.
The pitcher from last night's game and the game-winning run in last night's game, Bryce Brown, steps up to the plate here, and he's already down 0-2.
That was fun to watch.
That was very fun to watch. That was really clean. 0-2 to Brown. The pitch. That one left high and a little out. 1-2 to the big right fielder.
Nottingham saying, quit talking about French fries. Watch the game. Watch us.
And Spurlock thought that one was going to get strike 3 called, but it does not. Runs the count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And that one right at the knees, called strike 3, Elijah Spurlock. The Nottingham Little League steps back up to the plate here, and leading off is Elijah Spurlock here on the WBCB Sports Network.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
Jammer Doors and Windows is a fourth-generation local family-owned business since 1920, offering Rainer garage doors and openers, the finest garage doors and openers. Jammer also carries entry doors, patio doors, and windows sales, service, and installation. And Jammer Doors and Windows does their own installation using no subcontractors, which means fairer prices and more pride in their work. Both residential and commercial sales and service. Visit Jammer Doors and Windows at their showroom at 2850 Brunswick Avenue, Business Route 1 in Lawrenceville. Their Yardley showroom in the Grist Mill at 10 North Main Street is open by appointment. Call 215-493-7709. That's 215-493-7709. And today's game is brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association, who would like to take this opportunity to wish all of our students the best of luck this season. We're proud to support all of you. This message brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association. Leading things off, as previously mentioned, the lefty Elijah Spurlock, and he goes up against Miles Tran.
And Paxman, I guess it's safe to say that we just saw a District 12 record tied most double plays in the first inning.
Yeah, honestly.
The most you can possibly have, 2 double plays. One in the top, one in the bottom.
Well, Rich, it's nice to make history with you.
Oh, yeah.
Spurlock ground ball to the right side, fielded tough by the first baseman, and a race over there, and he beat him there. Amato barely beats Spurlock, and he got the first out of the inning.
Well, that became exciting when it didn't have to.
It looked like he had a little trouble with it, getting it off the ground. Nevertheless, got the outs.
Yeah.
No damage done.
Good hustle by Spurlock, though. He made that play close.
Yeah, really. Good on him there. Now stepping up to the plate, Owen Quick, the first baseman. Quirk, excuse me. Owen Quirk.
I wrote the same thing down. It looked like on the lineup card we were given, it looked like a C.
Yeah.
Instead of an R.
Apologies to the Quirk family.
Yes. And the Quick family, if one's around.
If Jonathan Quick, the old goalie from the NHL, is watching.
Or Mike Quick, Merle's partner.
And that's a strike there by Tran. Quirk got 99 like Aaron Judge. Trying to see if he can uncork one like Aaron Judge. We have yet to see a home run here, but we've seen a couple really nice swings these past couple of games.
Yeah, we see some drives, but none have gotten out yet. It's a pretty high fence. You gotta get it up to get it out.
Ground ball to the left side, through for Quirk, base hit. Way to take that ball the opposite way, find that hole right between third and shortstop.
Yep.
And that sets up Brendan Taylor, the center fielder.
Good piece of hitting by Quirk there.
Looked like he saw that ball all the way through, drove that right where it needed to be.
You know, one advantage that Nottingham has in this game is Robbinsville had the play last night, and I guess they pulled the names out of the hat to see who plays.
And Quirk taking off for second, to throw down, not in time.
Another sneaky steal that we've been seeing.
It looked like Jakubowski was trying to bait him to throw back to first, but he just took off.
But no, I'm saying Robbinsville had to play that extra game last night, and that comes into play. I mean, with your pitching and the pitch count and everything like that, you got to be really.
Bunt right there, beautifully placed, fielded by Tran. Toss over to Amato.
And Amato came flying off of that bag. He knew.
Oh, he was ready.
He knew that Quirk might trying to come around. So.
Well, with how quickly Quirk was able to move over to second base on the steal attempt, it was a very heads-up play there from Amato to do so.
Well, and we saw in the first inning how they tried to take that extra base. So, they were aware that Nottingham will try to run you down if they can.
Now up to the plate is the catcher, Tim Raymond. Another lefty bat. And time called here by Tran. Looks like him and Jakubowski are going to have a conversation. I'm not sure if the signs are getting mixed up or what. But it looks like some frustration.
Trent keeps pulling away, then going back, then pulling away.
Very professional conversation. The gloves over the
Gloves
mouth.
over the mouth, yeah.
It's like I was watching a major leaguer out there.
Exactly.
Well, Trent and Jakubowski got everything under control. Raymond ready for his first pitch of the at-bat. Trent comes set and fires. That one just outside. They're really worried about the runner at third base here. Understandably so. Nottingham does like to run, but I don't think they would send him home here.
Oh, I doubt they'd try a straight steal at home, no.
I've seen crazier, but I don't think they would do that. They're smarter than that.
But if the ball gets away, look out.
Raymond wanted to take a cut at that one. He held back, but it's a strike anyway. 1-1.
Cork's having fun down there, dancing around.
It's always fun as a base runner. You always want to try to get into the pitcher's head so that he gives your guy either a cookie to hit right down the middle or he walks him to get the next guy up. And a big cut by Raymond, but he just misses it, fouls it back.
Yeah, Raymond was trying to put it in those right field woods there.
Yeah, we saw a couple line drives that almost took some heads off down the left field side of things in the last game. And last time I saw a home run here was actually, I believe, last season with this Nottingham team. I think it was a walk-off shot, too. I don't remember exactly who hit it. But Nottingham's always good to let one loose at least once.
I remember a couple of years ago they had a walk-off.
That might have been what I'm thinking of then. I'm pretty sure you and Keith were doing the game.
Yeah.
I believe the kid's first name was Dominic. I'm not quite
yes,
remembering.
Yes, it was.
And that blooped down the left field line, and that's going to go just foul.
No, you are remembering. It was Dominic Stolitano.
Yes, that's his name. He had a smooth lefty cut, and it just took it right over the line.
He had a horrible game. I think he struck out a couple times, and then he just came in and lit one up.
I mean, what a better time, right?
It was an unbelievable game.
Tran trying his best to put Raymond away. 1-2, runner on third. That one bounced. He started to come home, but a good play there by Jakubowski. Good pick there. He didn't even block it. He just picked that with his glove like a first baseman.
You know, you're seeing more and more major leaguers do that.
I don't like it.
They're not. They're in that one. They're down on one knee and they can't shift over to block it. I don't like it either.
I mean, I guess it's easier on the knees in the long run. A good block there by Jakubowski on one knee.
It's kind of what they're teaching. I heard, I forget who the broadcaster was. He really got in. It might have been Dontrell Willis or somebody. He was saying, you know, when a catcher just squatted, you know, the first thing to do was shift over, get your body in front of the ball and block it. Now they want you to be on one knee and just sort of try to pick it, and you're going to get more and more wild pitches or pass balls that way.
Yeah, I remember when I was coming up, I only played catcher for like a week because I was left-handed. They didn't let me. But when I was doing my little practices, they taught me get in front of the ball. They didn't say if you tried to pick it, I wasn't allowed to play. I had to get my body in front of it. They said I had the chest protector for a reason. That's what it was there for. But, you know, it's a new era of baseball.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Full count pitch, fouled right down the line. Almost tried to take out a couple of Nottingham fans.
Raymond hanging in there.
Man in the red shirt was ready for that one, though. And yes, you're correct. Raymond is hanging in. This has been a tough at-bat. This is at least an 8-9 pitch at-bat almost coming up.
It's been a high leverage at-bat here for Tran to deal with.
So a runner on third, a full count, 2 outs in the top of the second. Tran looking to put him away, and he walks him.
Umps it a little bit outside.
That one was very, very close.
Well, if it was outside, we couldn't see it from where we're sitting because
it is a really tough angle
the
to try
body
to get
is
it from
blocked.
that side.
Yeah. Here comes Austin Marshall, who made that great play at second to start the double play. And Big Mo just informed us that he is only 11 years old.
Which is amazing, being that smooth in the field like that already.
Yeah.
You love seeing stuff like that.
Well, if you're 11, you're not going to, unless your league is devoid of players and you need to bring up 11-year-olds. If you're if you're on this team as 11, you're on here to play. You know, you're good.
Yeah, absolutely. Showing bunt there and a strike called. Halfway down the line, they're just going to let him have second.
Yeah, he kept daring him to throw.
Taylor was just kind of like defensive sliding all the way to second as if you would see like a basketball player trying to follow the ball. And he was like, all right, just started jogging to second. So
big situation now for Marshall. A couple of runners on, hit here, bring chase in a few.
Tram with the pitch. And that one's driven, base hit, no, fielded. What a play! But the ball's thrown away, and both runners are going to score. Marshall doesn't advance on the error. What a play there.
That's a shame.
That was a great play.
That's a shame. He made a great backhanded stop. You thought he was going to rob him of a hit, but he rushed the throw, and, you know, hindsight's 20/20. Probably should have ate it and just let the one run score, but that's just tough.
That was a good swing by Marshall, a better play by Camuto to try to get him out. And now Marshall takes off for second to throw down, ball dropped.
I mean, I guess you give a hit and an error on that. You give him a hit to allow the one run to score. And
did he beat the throw?
Did who beat the throw?
To first before the ball got by him. Was he safe before the throw was made to first,
well,
Marshall?
That's a good question. I'm not sure.
Anyway, this is Ryan O'Connor up at the plate. 0-1 to him. They're going to say he went on that swing. I disagree with that one, but nevertheless, Jordan Hirsch also says no, he didn't.
I think he might have beaten the throw there.
He was quick out of the box.
You know, just the fact he made the play. I mean, he robbed him of a hit to begin with.
Yeah, really.
And, you know.
O'Connor right back to Tran. Nice and easy throw. Gets the third out of the inning. Well, it was a weird ground ball by Austin Marshall that scores one. Should have been a base hit, but robbed by Camuto. Still scores two, and that's 2-0. Nottingham going into the bottom of the third. Robbinsville up to bat. Coming up next on the WBCB Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology has a highly rated and award-winning dermatology team with over 130 years of collective clinical experience. They've been voted as the region's best dermatologist and doctor for 20 consecutive years. Over 1,500 five-star reviews from satisfied patients. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
The Italian People's Bakery is proud to support Little League sports on the WBCB Sports Network. Visit them at their signature location at 63 Butler Street for the finest rolls, deli meats, and pastries. Drive by to smell that homemade bread made daily or have them cater your next party or affair. The Italian People's Bakery, located on 63 Butler Street, is the place to go for the best hoagies on Sunday afternoon and the finest dessert trays for your special get-together. Visit them once again at 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg, the Italian People's Bakery, since 1936. And don't forget, if you miss any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For complete local national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian or online at thetrentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. Now, Fish, we were having a little bit of discussion about how we were scoring that Marshall
I talked it over
hits.
with Red Birch, and we both agreed we think it should be a hit and an error. So we give him a hit, 1 RBI, and the second run scoring on the error. So,
well, all right, the 11-year-old Austin Marshall with a base hit and an RBI to give his team the lead here. And now leading off for the Robbinsville side of things is the shortstop, Abby Kaushal. Little high up there, almost clipped him. 1-0. Spurlock pitching with a lead now. Second one laid in there for a strike. 1-1 to Kaushal. Kushal, excuse me. Jordan Hirsch correcting me.
yeah, Jordan, he's always a backseat driver over there, isn't he?
Sometimes it's okay to be a backseat driver, especially when I'm saying things like Kaushal instead of Kushal.
He's nodding. He takes pride in his backseatedness.
2-1 to the shortstop for Robbinsville. That one outside as well. Run it to 3-1. Kushel pitched a little bit yesterday as well, relieving Bryce Brown after he pitched phenomenally for the first few innings of that game. And swung right through that one. Runs it full now.
Nice little bat flip after he swung and missed.
Must have been on it. Just
swing and
missed
miss
it.
with style.
As Buzz Lightyear would say, falling with style.
Oh,
Time
that Buzz.
given. To infinity and beyond. That's what Kushel's trying to do to this ball with that swing. Marshall didn't like the first sign. He likes the second one, though. And that one popped up high. McWhorter may have a play. He does not.
Nope.
Off the netting. Trying to make a play on the ball there. Was the left fielder Ryan O'Donnell. Unfortunately, not tall enough yet and doesn't have the vertical.
No.
Not yet. He'll get there, though.
Oh, well, if there's a player that can get to that ball, no matter how old they are, I'll be impressed.
Full count pitch. That one low. And Kushel draws the walk.
Well, second straight inning, he's given up a leadoff walk. You really want to make that count if you can.
Stepping up now, the catcher, Olin Jakubowski. Ground ball. Great play there by Quirk. 3-6-3. But it's just going to be a fielder's choice. Unable to turn two. But another really impressive play by this Nottingham infield.
Yeah.
Very smooth.
Very smooth, yep. Yeah, that ball wasn't hit hard enough to get the double play. But they gave it a heck of a try.
So we'll call that one a fielder's choice there.
Yeah, 3-6.
And this is Nolan Amato, the first baseman for Robbinsville, up at the plate. Looked like he wanted to take a cut at that, but thought better of it, and it was up high 1-0. Marshall comes set and fires. Breaking ball. Got Amato looking a little silly on that swing. Jakubowski looking to do something with this, and that one in there for a strike. 1-2. Spurlock, number 27, sporting the same number as Mike Trout. Fires the pitch in, and he gets it up. They're going to say foul ball.
Tip, yeah.
So Amato staying alive this at-bat. Another breaking ball by Spurlock. Trying to do whatever he can to set this batter down, who's made it a lot harder than it was to start. And the pitch from Spurlock, fouled off.
Hanging in there.
Really impressive at bat so far here from Amato. After him will be Virat Tripathi, the center fielder.
I'm a little confused on the pitch count over there. They've got Robbinsville down to 0. Are they bringing Tran out of the game, I wonder, to start the third?
Well, I'm not sure. And line drive, that's off of Spurlock, but a great play, and they can't get the out. Runners advancing to third base. That's Jakubowski. Well, that was right off of Spurlock. It seems like he's okay. And then the ricochet to Pandolfini, who tried to make the throw over to Quirk, popped right out of Quirk's glove. So Amato safe at first, and then advancing on the throwing error, if you could call it that, it went right off of his glove, is Jakubowski.
Yeah, I guess you just call it a straight error.
Yeah, that would just be an E3, wouldn't it? And tapping himself on the hat, saying should have made that one.
Well, Robbinsville's in business here if they can convert. Try to get that run back. You know, it's always big to try to come back and get a run. Spurlock wants a shutdown inning. Robbinsville wants to say, no, we're not going away.
Corners are juiced for Robbinsville. 1 out here in the inning. Anything off of the ground really gets them to within 1. Looking for a bunt there, showing Tripathi, and a runner goes. And that one underneath Pandolfini, and Marshall going into center field. And coming across to score is Jakubowski. And this game is a 1-run game.
Nottingham so sharp defensively to start the first 1 1/3 inning of this game. A little loose fielding right now.
Yeah, a couple misplays there. We've seen a couple pop out of the glove, and then that throw just seemed to not have enough juice and then bounced weird. Got under Pandolfini, who looked like he was going to try to cut that throw off and then get the runner at home.
I don't think you give an error there because
I don't know.
Well, you can't because, you know, he could have had the base stolen, and you don't know if they would have gotten him at home or not, even if they made the good throw.
It would have been close.
Yeah, I just
and a back throw to second, and they got him.
Wow.
Well, that defense sharpened up right away. Raymond to Pandolfini, and the back pick gets Amato at second. What a play.
Yeah, kind of caught him napping out there. Good, strong throw.
Well, it's a good thing they did get that run across. They cut the lead in half. Tripathi 1 and 2. And that one left outside. 2's all over the place. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the bottom of the second with a 2-1 lead for Nottingham. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Elijah Spurlock gets out of it with just 1 run allowed.
No hits.
No hits either. Well, we're going to see the Nottingham Little League step back up to the plate here and try to respond and extend the lead here on the WBCB Sports Network.
Hamilton Township in Mercer County is fortunate to have many fine businesses that serve our community. Saul Funeral Home is a 4th-generation family-owned business proud to support our local schools and community. Their compassionate and caring staff is there for you and your family. They'll bring the closure you deserve while also celebrating the life of your loved one. Visit their website at saulfuneralhomes.com. That's saulfuneralhomes.com. Saul Funeral Home at 3795 Nottingham Way, Hamilton Square.
The Hamilton Township Division of Health offers a variety of free services to keep you and your community healthy. It is important for everyone to stay up to date on recommended vaccines. Whether you or a loved one needs an annual flu shot, a COVID-19 vaccine, or an pneumonia shot, Hamilton's Division of Health is ready to help. Are you or a loved one homebound? The division's caring nurses will bring your vaccine to you. For families that may be underinsured or uninsured, the division offers free routine vaccinations for children. Most residents in Mercer County are able to take advantage of the free and confidential STI and HIV testing clinic. The staff at Hamilton Township Division of Health are experienced and proud to serve the Hamilton community. Visit hamiltonnj.com/health for more information, services, and upcoming clinics and eligibility. That's hamiltonnj.com/health. Stay healthy, Hamilton. And Thunder Baseball is back for the 2025 season. Catch all the fun and excitement of a Thunder game throughout the summer. For ticket information, visit TrentonThunder.com. That's TrentonThunder.com, or call 609-394-3300. That's 609-394-3300. Post-game fireworks, Tuesday kids eat free, Wednesday dollar dog nights, Thursday, and pork roll Fridays throughout the season. Trenton Thunder Baseball, big league futures, major league fun. Fish, it's been a pretty entertaining first couple of innings. Nottingham jumped out early to the lead, and then Robbinsville said, oh, hang on, we're not done yet. And they brought this, they only scored the 1, but it's still already right back in this game.
Yep. Well, we expected this to be a good game. 2 good teams, 2 competitive teams.
And like you mentioned, Robbinsville with more momentum than anything in the world. It's like if they might be a little tired from last night because it went a little extras, but that also could be just the driving factor they need to just kick it into high gear. Ground ball right back up the middle. That one's going to get through. That was Ryan O'Donnell at the plate, the left fielder, and he comes through with a single.
That was about a 500 hopper through the infield.
Couldn't have said that one better myself. That one took a minute to get through the infield.
Third hit for Nottingham.
All over this game so far. They've been all over the bases. They got 2 so far. This is John Dymowski. And throw down to second. Nothing going there. Chases him back to first. Does Kushel. Another appearance from the Hype Fire. It is a pretty looking bat, though. I like that bat a lot.
Oh, very much so.
There was a pencil bat on air yesterday as well. We saw that a couple of times when in the majors with the Little League Classic. They'll have the wood pencil bat, but there's an aluminum pencil bat now as well, and it's actually pretty cool looking. And again, not a big jump off of first base for O'Donnell. And again, they can't take leads like you see in college or in professional levels here. They got to wait until the ball is pitched.
Right.
So not that far off of the bag after the pitch was O'Donnell. 1-1, Tran fires that one outside. The throw down the tag, and he's out.
Ooh, I'm not sure about that one.
That one was pretty close. It looked like he did get under the tag.
I thought he got his foot in and he tagged him up high.
And Kushel able to lay the tag down.
Good job, Ole!
And that's 1 out. In a 2-1 count here to another extra hitter, Dymowski. No batting glove approach here. And cuts it right back up. Fielded Kushel under the glove and under the glove of Camuto as well. We saw a couple errors like that yesterday during the game from the Robbinsville side. It didn't harm them because they ended up with the win. But you can't make mistakes like that against a Nottingham team.
No, you really can't. You can't give them extra outs. And, you know, I think he was probably just trying to come up too quick to make the throw because the ball wasn't hit that hard. He had to kind of, you know, be pretty quick about it and a little too quick.
And still 1 out here as they're still having a little dance with the base runners here. Almost every time he throws back to the pitcher. You can never be too sure with the Nottingham Little League on base. This is a 1-0 count to Jason Baylog, and he drops a bunt down right back to Tran. Only play at first, and he gets him.
Nice bunt.
Baylog does his job, moves the runner into second. 2 outs now for the leadoff man, Owen McWhorter. I believe McWhorter walked his first time up. The pitch popped up over our heads, going into the other field, I believe. Hopefully didn't hit a car.
I didn't hear anything.
Specifically not mine.
Yeah, you're not worried about any old car. You're just worried about your car.
Yeah, that money doesn't come out of my pocket if it's not mine. So Tran with the pitch, line drive, and Kushel again can't make the play. And they're going to send home the runner, and he's going to score. Ball completely overthrown. They're still trying to get it. Dymowski comes back and scores after the Kushel error. That moves McWhorter to second, and that sets up Matteo Pandolfini to bring home another run. That extends it to a 3-1 lead here for Nottingham.
I feel bad for Kushel. He's having a tough inning.
Kushel's got to find his composure here. You know, it's one of those things too. The play like that happens, and then you're in the same inning. You're like, man, I want another another chance here. Give me another chance.
Yeah.
And then it happens, and then it's just, unfortunately, not how it goes. Looks like they're going to walk Pandolfini.
Okay.
They will intentionally walk Pandolfini, and that's going to set up Gennaro Salzano now. Salzano grounded out his first at-bat. First and second, 2 outs here. Tran trying to get out of this. And that one to the backstop. No advance. good heads-up base running from McWhorter. He's the one telling Pandolfini to hold on there. That wasn't a coach, that was him.
Right, yeah.
That nice, pretty morning turned into a pretty hot afternoon here at Sunnybrae Little League.
Yeah, but that wave of mugginess seems to have gone away. It's just kind of
like
hotter now.
It's just a wave of sticky right now. Like the humid is here. It's not as bad as like I was expecting it to be, but it is still kind of sticky.
Yeah, it's doable. I could deal with this the whole tournament.
I can still breathe. Like my chest isn't heavy
Yeah.
yet, so we're good.
I mean, sometimes you get those games where the air is just so thick
It's
and
just like-
dense and no wind.
Feels like you're drinking it.
Especially in this confined situation, you don't get a lot of wind to begin with.
Yeah, with all these trees.
I'll take this. I'll sign up for this every day.
Especially with the tent. I'll take the tent 9 times out of 10. That one high runs into a 3-0 count here. Tran losing a little bit of control this inning. Maybe it's the ball. He's asking for a new ball. McWhorter at second, Pandolfini at first. This is Salzano at the plate with a 3-0 count. Green light, Fish?
I would. Absolutely.
The pitch. That one left up, ball 4.
Let's go, Miles. You got it. You're fine.
I'm betting he had the green light. But
I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, but, you know, credit to him. Some kids get the green light, and they're going to swing no matter what because they got the green light.
Yeah, exactly.
He showed good patience there. Discipline is the word I was looking for. Good discipline.
Looked like McAuliffe went over to the pitcher, Tran, to try to calm him down. Some words of encouragement from his third baseman.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is a big batter now. I mean, you want to keep this at a 2-run game. You don't want these guys busting it open with a big inning.
Elijah Spurlock ground out to the first baseman the first time we saw him at the plate. That one right on the outside corner. Strike 1. That's exactly what Tran needs.
Yeah, jump ahead and don't dilly-dally. Don't nibble. Well, you don't want to give him a fat one either.
No, you don't. You could live in that exact spot that he just threw it.
Easier said than done, I think.
No, you're absolutely right. And that one low, catches a little bit of dirt on the way up. Got Jakubowski really worried down at third base, does McWhorter.
You got it, Miles. You can do it.
Tran in a really big jam here. Bases loaded, top of the third. There are 2 outs though, so he can get out of this in one pitch. And that one popped up down the left field line. That's going to get out of play into the trees.
You got it, Miles.
Oh, somebody got that one.
That one not lost to the bushes. Thankfully, they gave it back.
Wonder how many balls they lose here a year.
I would say hundreds, but I assume they are pretty dedicated in getting these things
Yeah,
back.
I think
Because
you're right.
baseballs are expensive these days.
Yeah, you're probably right.
1-2 count here. Bases juiced, 2 outs. Elijah Spurlock looking to help himself out. And that one bounces.
I mean, it's probably like a golf ball. You hit a shot, you lose a golf ball in the woods, and you don't find your ball, but you find 3 other balls that were hit in there.
Yeah.
They probably go in to find the ball that was just hit and find 3 other balls that were hit, 3 weeks ago.
You find everything that isn't yours, especially when
Yeah.
you're out golfing. I got a buddy of mine who's just picking up golf recently, and I feel like he's going to have to tell me stories like, yeah, I sliced it, and I just got 3 more balls. They were all Nike.
Yeah.
Line drive again, foul ball. Just got over the head of McAuliffe, the third baseman.
Well, Spurlock is not making life easy for his mound counterpart.
Nope. Miles
Wastes his
Tran.
pitches.
Yep, Miles Tran is really having to work here. Spurlock looking to unload these bases. And a ground ball to the shortstop. Crucial, he makes the play to get out of the inning.
Good for him. I'm glad to see that.
What a really nice play and a really good pick-me-up for the shortstop after a rather rough inning. Strands the bases loaded, does Tran. Robbinsville looking to cut into this lead and possibly tie it up in the bottom of the third on the WBCB Sports Network.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills.
Hi, I'm Errol Reese. Most people diagnosed with skin cancer are not even aware of their cancer. It's important to get a complete skin checkup. Kessel Dermatology offers a vast array of surgical procedures, including Mohs surgery, plus other non-surgical options. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
The Italian People's Bakery is proud to support high school sports on the WBCB Sports Network. Visit them at their signature location at 63 Butler Street for the finest rolls, deli meats, and pastries. Drive by to smell that homemade bread, made daily, or have them cater at your next party or affair. The Italian People's Bakery, located on 63 Butler Street, is the place to go for the best hoagies on Sunday afternoon and the finest dessert trays for your special get-together. Visit them once again at 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg. The Italian People's Bakery, since 1936. And Jammer Doors and Windows is a 4th-generation local family-owned business since 1920, offering Rainer garage doors and openers, the finest garage doors and openers. Jammer also carries entry doors, patio doors, and windows sales, service, and installation. And Jammer Doors and Windows does their own installation using no subcontractors, which means fairer prices and more pride in their work. Both residential and commercial sales and service. Visit Jammer Doors and Windows at their showroom at 2850 Brunswick Avenue, Business Route 1 in Lawrenceville. Their Yardley showroom at 10 North Main Street at the Grist Mill is open by appointment at 215-493-7709. Dropping a bunt down is the third baseman for Robbinsville, Michael McAuliffe. His first at-bat of the game. Nottingham holding a 3-1 lead here in the bottom of the third after a rather eventful top inning. Spurlock fires in, gets that one in there for the strike. We saw a couple miscues in the field for Robbinsville, and just some really good plate appearances by the Nottingham team all around. Tran able to fight out of a bases-loaded jam to only keep it a 2-run game, as that one is lined into center field and hung up just enough to be caught by Taylor out there. 1 out.
Yeah, that did hang up. It looked like he had a pretty good, solid contact there.
So sometimes you can do everything right, and it still doesn't go your way in the game of baseball. This is a game where you fail more often than not. The game where 30% of the time you get a hit that's elite.
Yeah.
So now stepping up to the plate, another extra hitter, or the first extra hitter, I should say, for Robbinsville, Tejas Dronadula. Dronadula, also a hype bat user, as he cuts right through that one. 0-2. Spurlock looks to have found a groove this inning. Not messing around out there. 0-2, swung on and missed. Strike 3. Elijah Spurlock is locking in. Now stepping up to the plate, the left fielder, Jackson Genovese.
Is that 3 in a row for him?
Believe so, yes.
That is what you call locked in.
Spurlock looking to continue his dominance on the mound as Genovese cuts right through that one. Looked like he was a little behind. Spurlock 0-1. Ground ball down the right side, foul. Genovese trying to do anything to get back on base to get some momentum going for Robbinsville.
Right now, you just want to make contact.
The 0-2. Cut on and missed. Strike 3 and a sword celebration by Elijah Spurlock a la Trevor Bauer.
Well, that's 4 in a row and 5 for the game.
Nottingham is starting to heat things up on the mound. Can they keep things hot with the bat in this next inning? Stay tuned on the WBCB Sports Network to find out.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
The Hamilton Township Division of Health offers a variety of free services to keep you and your community healthy. It is important for everyone to stay up to date on recommended vaccines, whether you or a loved one needs an annual flu shot, a COVID-19 vaccine, or a pneumonia shot. Hamilton's Division of Health is ready to help. Are you or a loved one homebound? The division's caring nurses will bring your vaccine to you. For families that may be underinsured or uninsured, the division offers free routine vaccinations for children. Most residents in Mercer County are able to take advantage of the free and confidential STI and HIV testing clinic. The staff at Hamilton Township Division of Health are experienced and proud to serve the Hamilton community. Visit hamiltonnj.com/health for more information, services, and upcoming clinics. That's hamiltonnj.com/health. Stay healthy, Hamilton. And don't forget, if you missed any of today's actions, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian or online at trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. And today's game is brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association, who would like to take this opportunity to wish all of the students the best of luck this season. We are proud to support you. This message is brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Associations. Nottingham first baseman Owen Quirk up at the plate. We saw Quirk rip a single the first time he stepped up to the plate. Tran back out there on the hill. Looked like a little off speed, left up high. Quirk looking to keep the good times rolling for this Nottingham offense. Tran fires in there. That one called a strike. 1-2 count now to the leadoff man this inning. Tran fires in. That one just fouled off. Still alive is Quirk. 1-2 remains the count.
Seen a few batters hang tough here with 2 strikes. They're not going down easy.
Now, they're swinging at a lot of close pitches, too. They're really making it tough on Robbinsville to try to close out batters. Tran trying to do just that. Just misses on the outside part of the plate. Runs it even. 2-2. Tran gets the sign and comes set, looking to put Quirk away for the first out of the inning. And that one lined to the second baseman, fielded on a short hop, Camuto to Amato, and that's the first out of the inning.
Yeah, he did a good job short hopping that. That's not an easy play. Sometimes that can come up and sort of, sort of take a weird bounce on you, or it can swirl out of your glove, and he did a good job to grab it and make the play.
No, you're absolutely right, Fish. That's one of those plays that could hit a pebble or hit a rock and then go the complete other direction. So good on him to stay with it as Taylor drives that one into the outfield for Tripathi to get over there and catch it. It sounded really good off the bat, and Tripathi with a really good path to the ball. gets the second out of the inning for Robbinsville. And this is setting up Tim Raymond, who walked the first time we saw him.
Much better defensive inning for Robbinsville this inning than the last inning, that's for sure.
Yeah, no kidding.
No, I wasn't kidding.
The always literal Rich Fisher.
That's right. I think you'll find I'm all business, no nonsense.
I have never not taken you seriously, Rich Fisher.
Thanks.
It's an 0-1 count to Raymond, who reaches out for that one, fouls it off. 0-2 now. You know, I heard you talking about your Cooperstown visit in the earlier game with Jordan, and I'm just wondering when they're going to get a fish wing up there at Cooperstown.
Funny you should say that. I got something funny to show you.
Is that one laid in there outside, 1-2 to the catcher, Raymond. Tran done a good job keeping Nottingham off base this inning. A lot of help from his defense behind him. Looking to set down Raymond. The 1-2, ground ball, all diving effort by Amuda.
Well, it's foul.
It almost looked like the first base ump was going to call that one fair, and then the home plate umpire beat him to the punch. That was close either way. What an effort there by Amato, though, at first to lay out and try to make that play.
You're allowed to, I can't find it now. You're allowed to make your own plaque when you're up at the Hall of Fame.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. And they email it to you. Oh, hit him.
Oh, Raymond gets plunked here. 1-2 count. Completely thrown away now as Raymond gets on first. And this sets up the second baseman with the man who drove in both runs, Austin Marshall.
There you go. Here's my plaque.
There we go. Considered by many to be the coolest player in history and one of baseball's most ridiculous stars, holder of many records, including most hours slept in a career and greatest number of hot dogs eaten in a single season. I can't think of a better way or reason to put Rich Fisher into the Major League Hall of Fame.
I mean, it's really cool what they let you do. You go up and you get your picture taken, and then they give you the sentences, and then every now and then they give you 5 different words you can fill in.
Gotcha.
And I was torn between player and mascot. And I just said, go all the way, be a player.
Tried to John Crockett. Back throw. Jakubowski tried to backpick Taylor there at first, who's courtesy running for the catcher, Raymond. Doesn't get him that time, though. Almost a heads-up play. You're making me want to go to Cooperstown tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay, see ya.
I got to be here tomorrow. I got a camera to operate.
Yeah, I'll be here with you.
Jakubowski running him back to first base.
Just make sure you get up there once in your life.
Oh, I plan on it,
And
Fish.
give yourself more than a couple days. Give yourself like 3 days in that museum.
It is definitely on the bucket list of mine.
You could do 1 floor each day. There's 3 floors.
Gotcha. I'm looking forward to making these plans.
And if you're a memorabilia guy, there's stores up and down the street. Trying to run them back. Up and down Main Street where the Hall of Fame is, there's all kinds of memorabilia shops.
Oh, I'm sure.
Card shops, yeah. Some nice restaurants and pubs. It's a great town.
Yeah, my dad would probably be more on the baseball card side of things, but I'm a big memorabilia guy, so I would love to see that. Like, I heard you talking about Mike Schmidt's bat and Jimmy Rollins' cleats, and I'm like, that's stuff I would want to see.
Yeah, it's there. It's neat.
Heads up behind us here. The count remains 2-2 here. Austin Marshall has been fighting for a good portion of time here, as Fish and I have been talking about Cooperstown.
Yeah, I mean, this has been a great at-bat by Austin Marshall.
It's been 2s all over the place for him. 2 outs, 2 strikes, 2 balls.
He's a heady little player. I mean, not big, but
That one just underneath it to the second baseman, Kamuto, who makes the play and retires the side. An amazing at-bat from Austin Marshall. This time doesn't lead to any runs for Nottingham, but Tran does get out of this inning unscathed. Robbinsville to step back up, looking to tie this game on the WBCB Sports Network. Stay tuned.
Hamilton Township in Mercer County is fortunate to have many fine businesses that serve our community. Saul Funeral Home is a fourth-generation family-owned business proud to support our local schools and community. Their compassionate and caring staff is there for you and your family. They'll bring the closure you deserve while also celebrating the life of your loved one. Visit their website at saulfuneralhomes.com. That's saulfuneralhomes.com. Saul Funeral Home at 3795 Nottingham Way, Hamilton Square.
Celebrating 50 years of business and supporting your community, Haldeman Ford, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. Neighbors helping neighbors is what Haldeman Ford does and will continue to do. Haldeman Ford has it all. New and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, plus work-ready trucks. Haldeman Ford has a great variety of EV vehicles. Haldeman Ford services all makes and models and is known for their fleet service and state-of-the-art collision center. And coming soon, the area's largest new commercial vehicle center. Haldeman Ford here yesterday, here today, here tomorrow, celebrating their 50th year in business. And Thunder Baseball is back for the 2025 season. Catch all the fun and excitement of a Thunder game throughout the summer. For ticket information, visit TrentonThunder.com. That's TrentonThunder.com, or give them a call at 609-394-3300. That's 609-394-3300. Post-game firework nights Tuesday, kids eat free Wednesday, dollar dog nights Thursday, and pork roll Fridays throughout the season. Big league futures, major league fun at Trenton Thunder Baseball. Showing bunt to start this inning is the extra hitter, Kelton Jakubowski. And that one went foul. His brother has been behind the plate all day today, catching a pretty fine game, doing his best to keep the Nottingham runners at bay, which is a lot easier said than done.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think he's done a pretty good job. Like, we've seen Nottingham take off a couple of times here, but you know, his presence running them back to the bases, they're not really testing him all that much.
Nope.
1-1 to Jakubowski is low, 2-1 now.
Well, fourth inning, we're in the middle innings now. Robbinsville game is still manageable for Robbinsville, but I'm sure they'd like to start mounting a comeback here if possible.
There's still time for Robbinsville to make a move and tie this game up and take the lead like you mentioned, but they really got to get through Elijah Spurlock, which is proving to be a task. It's a 3-1 count here, though, for the leadoff man. Lays that one in there for a strike. Full count now.
Well, it's a task, all right. They don't have a hit yet. We saw Sunnybrae one hit West Windsor in the first game, but they put a lot of people on with walks and hit by pitches.
Yeah, Sunnybrae.
So far, you know, he's walked 2 so far.
And only one of those came around to score, and it was.
Yeah, well, that was a result of an error, actually.
He's been lights out phenomenal this entire game.
4 straight Ks.
As my reads go all over the place here from a giant gust of wind.
Where I come from, they call that a light breeze.
Well, it's giant to this piece of paper.
Yeah, true.
As Jakubowski draws the walk.
Well, that ends a streak of 4 straight strikeouts. And that is the 3rd time in 4 innings now that Robbinsville's got the leadoff runner on via a walk.
And now we're going to see if Carter Avery can do anything with Jakubowski getting the leadoff walk. Now, whether he gets on base or not, we're back at the top of the lineup here. Miles Tran is up after him, and he's showing bunt, and he fouls it back. First at bat of the game for Carter Avery. It's a pretty big spot here. A bit later in this ball game, showing bunt again. He gets that one down, and that one goes foul. It looked good for a second, but that one just kicked foul as soon as that one got into the dirt.
Interesting bunting. I maybe try to get back into this one run at a time, which you can do.
Perhaps, and it seems like Avery's pretty speedy getting down that line, so maybe the chance is like, yeah, it's a sacrifice,
maybe.
but... And showing bunt with 2 strikes, and he fouls it back. Strike 3.
Well, that's always the risk if you try bunting with 2 strikes.
So that's 1 out here for Robbinsville. Still no hits on the board here. And now stepping up is the other opposing pitcher, Miles Tran. He drew a leadoff walk as well.
6 Ks now for Spurlock.
First one in there, that one a strike. That one seemed a bit disagreeable there by the Robbinsville players and coaches, but it is no 1 count, 1 out. Spurlock fires, that one a little high. 1-1.
Tran digging away in that batter's box.
He wants to make himself comfy. He's establishing himself. Jakubowski over at first. Tran looking to do something with the leadoff man. Leadoff base runner before the leadoff man in the order.
Confusion going on here. Not sure what.
I believe the coach is being asked to step away, but I believe Kelton Jakubowski has a hearing aid in his ear.
Oh,
so
I see. He was saying he can't hear.
yeah,
okay.
So he's got to be up close to him so he
Right.
can hear him.
Got it.
And Tran swings right through that one. 1-2 now as a back pick attempted there by Raymond. Doesn't get the runner at first.
I guess that's something you should probably inform the ump before the game. Like, hey, look, we have this one player. I got to get right up close to him. And there was no harm done.
No, not at all.
Everything went smooth there.
1-2. Strike 3. Tran swings right through it as Spurlock continues to dominate this game.
Yeah, he's looked really good.
Now stepping up to the plate for Robbinsville is the second baseman, Luca Camuto. We saw Camuto ground into that double play, that really smooth double play turned by Austin Marshall earlier this game. And this one is lined into the parking lot. And according to Gus Barber, our video engineer, so close to both his and Jordan's car.
Oh, my. But didn't hit either of them.
Doesn't seem like it. As long as it doesn't hit mine either, that's all I care about.
That's the magic of Barber Hirsch.
And Spurlock, thankfully, Spurlock fires another one in, and Camuto thankfully fouled that one into the net.
Yeah. I made sure to park out of foul ball range. It's a little
Camuto,
further walk, but.
If he keeps this up, the Camuto family will have tons of letters from insurance companies. Spurlock with the pitch. That one left up high, no chance at window damage there, 1-2.
Boy, it got really quiet before that pitch.
Yes, it did.
It's like you could hear a pin drop.
I think everybody's getting ready for the possibility of a line drive taking their head off with where he's put these past couple foul balls.
Is that what that is?
I mean,
Okay.
he's uncorking on these things. He's not like he's hitting them soft.
Yeah, some interesting theories, my friend.
I'd like to think it's everybody paying attention. Either that or they're all just focusing on my voice right now.
Oh.
The pitch from
Again, it gets
Spurlock.
quiet.
Foul ball at the plate. Good play there from Raymond.
This is like being at a high school girls basketball game when somebody's shooting a foul shot. The whole gym gets quiet.
I feel like when it gets quiet like this, I got to bring out a golf voice.
Yeah, you might have to.
And Spurlock looks in for a swing here. He comes set.
He'll probably go low and away.
And delivers the pitch. And that one grounded to the right side, fielded cleanly by the third baseman. And getting out of this inning again is Elijah Spurlock.
Nice scoop there.
Really good scoop
Down
there.
the third.
And it gets Nottingham out of this inning yet again. 3-1 is your score as we go to the top of the 5th inning here on the WBCB Sports Network.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills.
Don't forget, if you miss any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For your complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian, or online at thetrentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian. Thunder Baseball is back for the 2025 season. Catch all the fun and excitement of a Thunder game throughout the summer. Get ticket information at TrentonThunder.com or call them at 609-394-3300. That's 609-394-3300. Post-game fireworks, Tuesday kids eat free, Wednesday dollar dog nights, Thursday and pork roll Fridays throughout the season. Trenton Thunder Baseball, big league futures, major league fun. Today's game is brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association, who would like to take this opportunity to wish all of their students best of luck this upcoming summer season. We are all proud to support you. This message brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association. In celebrating 50 years of business and supporting your community, Haldeman Ford, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. Neighbors helping neighbors is what Haldeman Ford does and will continue to do. Haldeman Ford has it all from new and pre-owned vehicles, truck, SUVs, and work-ready cars. Here yesterday, here today, and here tomorrow, celebrating their 50th year in business. Haldeman Ford, Route 33. Well, Miles Tran is back out there again.
Tran has not pitched a bad game. He's only given up 3 hits.
He hasn't pitched bad in the slightest.
Pitch to contact. He does not have a strikeout yet.
No, but it's got to be hard to strike out this Nottingham lineup as it is. And
oh, yeah.
1-0 was the count. Delivers to O'Connor here in 2-0. O'Connor, his first at-bat was a ground out to Tran.
He's allowed 3 hits, 3 walks, and he's hit a batter. So there's been traffic on the bases. Nottingham got 3-1 lead. They've also left 5 on.
Runs the count to 3-0 here, does Tran. That one was a little close. Tran looking for the first strike of the inning. And he gets it there. 3-1 count now.
Last call for hot food. Let's see if Jordan runs over there again.
As Jordan does his best, now you see me, now you don't.
Yeah.
That one inside almost clips O'Connor, but it doesn't. And that's still ball 4. And that sets up Ryan O'Donnell, the R&R connection, hitting 9th and 10th here. The O'Donnell-O'Connor.
Yeah. The Ryan O connection.
The Ryan O's.
Ryan O'Donnell started it was really just a 1-run inning back in the 3rd.
As he drops a bunt here, Tran picks it up and fields it over to first. Not in time. The Ryan O connection gets both of them on base here. And that sounds like a good name for a cereal.
Yeah, there you go. That was a perfect bunt, and he had good speed, beat it out. I don't want to say easily, but it wasn't a close play.
He really took off out of the box from the right-handed batter's box as well. He was trucking through there.
I'll put him down as 2 for 2.
And it looks like this could be the end of the line for Miles Tran, maybe, as we got a meeting on the mound here.
Yeah, his dad, the manager of this team, Ming Tran.
And that is going to spell the end of things here for Miles Tran on the mound. And taking his place on the hill is going to be the third baseman. Nope, I apologize. It's going to be the second baseman, Luca Camuto.
Yeah.
Wait, nope, no, it's not. I was right. It is the third baseman. He's talking to the catcher right now. I apologize. I saw Ming talking to Camuto, but it does look like it's Michael McAuliffe that's going to be pitching for Robbinsville. We're going to take a quick little break here, and when we come back, Michael McAuliffe on the hill for Robbinsville on the WBCB Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers great cosmetic dermatology featuring the latest technology in cosmetics, including Morpheus 8 for skin tightening and scars, ultraviolet A and B light treatment for psoriasis, eczema, and itching. Kessel Dermatology now offers Genesis and XLV laser treatments for wrinkles, facial discoloration, scars, and hair removal. Kessel Dermatology provides Botox and fillers. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology. Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining.
Thunder Baseball is back for the 2025 season. Catch all the fun and excitement of a Thunder game throughout the summer. For ticket information, visit TrentonThunder.com. That's TrentonThunder.com, or call 609-394-3300. That's 609-394-3300. Post-game firework nights, Tuesday kids eat free, Wednesday dollar dog nights, Thirsty Thursday, and pork roll Fridays throughout the season. Trenton Thunder Baseball, Big League Futures, Major League Fun. Can confirm that the new pitcher on the mound is Michael McAuliffe.
Yeah, okay, and Tran went out to center field. And Virat Tripathi moved from center to right, and Bryce Brown moved from right to third base. And who's on
bunt
third?
Laid down here, fielded by McAuliffe, excuse me. No outs.
I'm sorry, Brown moved from right field to third base, not first base. I wrote that down. So that should be all your new defensive positions.
A sacrifice bunt put down there advances the runners to second and third now. Nottingham again with runners in scoring position. Ball gets away from Jakubowski. No advance there from the runner at third or second.
It's a big at-bat for Baylog. Try to really give some insurance to Nottingham here if he can come through.
Yeah, you know you want to come through for your pitcher right now if he's throwing like this. It's nice to have a two-run lead, but more is better, obviously.
He's from an athletic family, too. He's got two cousins that play lacrosse, the JV lacrosse at Hamilton West. They don't have a varsity program. He's got another cousin or a sister who's a really good soccer player. So, athletic family.
Runs in the genes of the Baylogs as he looks to drop a bunt here, but nothing doing. And it looked like Bryce Brown crashed hard to go in to get that bunt, and nobody was back covering third base. Looked like they were going to almost try a back pick there. Try to get O'Donnell sleeping. McAuliffe comes set. 2-0. That one bounces. And again, no action on the base path. That makes it a 3-0 count. 1 out here in the inning for Nottingham.
Let's go, Michael. Come on, Mikey.
McAuliffe comes set. The delivery showing bunt, and he got plunked.
He didn't like that. He wants to hit.
Yeah, not a fan of that. He has a smile going down the first baseline, so he's okay, thankfully. No extra pain there or anything. However, this means the bases are now loaded for the leadoff hitter, Owen McWhorter.
Yeah, this is trouble. Bases loaded, and you got the top of the lineup coming up with 1 out.
One out here, the entire infield in here for Robbinsville. You would assume the play would be at home.
Absolutely.
I guess depending on where the ball is, really.
Well, if you're only going to get it if it's hit right at you.
Yeah.
So if it's hit right at you, you come home.
And that one bounced. No play yet again.
I mean, you could play a double play depth, but sometimes we've seen the double play in this game, but it's kind of hard at this level.
It's incredibly hard with the base paths being as short as they are, and honestly, it's just a lot of the time some of the kids don't have the arm strength to make that last effort throw to get a speedy runner going down the line like you would see in like high school or something like that.
McWhorter's got some pretty good legs.
Yes, he does. He's shown him a couple of times today. 1-0 McWhorter. He wanted to take a hack at that one. That one was way up there, but he laid off.
Yeah, it hung up there. It was hanging up there so much you wanted to take a whack at it, but it's kind of high. You would have probably beat it into the ground or popped it up.
Anything that high when you're in the batter's box, it looks like a beach ball.
Yeah.
And he runs the count 3-0 as well, it looks like. See, we talked about the green light last time in a 3-0 count. But with the bases loaded, I don't think you give it a here.
Oh, I do. Well, I don't know. No, you're right. A walk? Yeah, he looked like he had to take all the way there. Yeah, I forgot if bases were loaded. It's definitely a take situation.
If the bases weren't loaded, then absolutely. Like if that base was open at first, absolutely take a hack at that.
Well, now you can take a rip if it's a pitch you like. It's got to be one you like, though. Don't chase something that you don't want to hit.
And no need to chase after that one, as McWhorter draws another walk and another run scores for Nottingham. It is now a 4-1 ball game, and this sets up another dangerous hitter in the shortstop, Matteo Pandolfini. We've seen his arm strength on display a couple of times at shortstop. He's had a couple of bullets thrown from shortstop today.
Well, he wants to be an offensive player now. Looks like we're going to have a little conference at the mound.
A bit of Jeopardy music coming from the Nottingham side of things.
Yeah. They do it well.
Yes, they do. I feel like I got to get an answer in real quick. I don't even know the question.
You mean you want to get the question in quick?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I got to get the question in. I don't know what the prompt is. I don't know what the answer is.
Where's Ken Jennings when you need him?
This is Little League. Coach Paul Camuto going out to talk with Michael McAuliffe, trying to calm him down. This is a pretty big spot here, a pretty big at bat.
Yep.
With possibly the biggest bat in the lineup.
Matteo Pandolfini, his dad.
He's batting lefty. That's interesting. So apparently Matteo Pandolfini, a switch hitter. He's taking cuts from the left-handed batter's box. He's set up righty, and then after a discussion with his coaches, they told him to go lefty.
He can. I'll tell you what. You put it in the wrong spot, and he'll turn on one. His dad Ryan played in this tournament. I remember covering a game at Ewing at Moody Park, and Ryan Pandolfini crushed a home run in that. I don't know if it was a District 12 or section game a long time ago.
3-0 count here to Matteo Pandolfini.
Ryan, a good ball player for Steiner. And his son, a good ball player.
And that one, ball 4. Oh no, am I ahead? Yeah, I am ahead. Okay, I apologize. So it is now 3-0.
And again, I think it's a take. Unless you want to take a chance on, you got a good hitter up. If you want to take a chance on a guy ripping one.
I think it really does kind of depend on who's in the box at this point. With the reputation that Pandolfini has in the box, might as well let him take a hack if it's there, right?
Yeah, I want to say yes, but I want to say no too, because he's having a lot of trouble finding the strike zone. And you know, if you give a guy a green light, he might just want to be so anxious to swing that he'll go after a ball. And you know,
no green light given, and it is a little bit outside. The body language from Michael McAuliffe says it all. He's not getting anything going his way right now. And here comes Coach Tran again. And that's going to do it for McAuliffe on the hill. And it looks like it's going to be Virat Tripathi coming in to pitch. And Bryce Brown looks like he's going to go back out to right field.
Yeah. And he'll go back to third, I guess.
We'll get some more position alignments for you while Tripathi gets his warm-up pitches going here on the WBCV Sports Network.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time, where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
So Virat Tripathi is into pitch now. Bryce Brown has moved back to right field. I'm not seeing who's
in center yet.
And looks like McAuliffe will reclaim his spot at third base. I'm unfortunately just not seeing a jersey number right now.
No, he's squat down. You can't see a number at all.
I'm trying to see if anybody had moved.
We'll get it for you, folks.
Once he stands up, because they do have the numbers on the front. Well, we'll be able to tell you shortly, I promise.
Yeah, I think we got everything else set.
Oh, you know what? That's Miles Tran.
Oh, that's right.
That's Miles Tran in center field.
Out there, yeah.
So no movement from Miles Tran. He stays in center field.
Yeah, just.
Genovese goes to left and Brown back to right. Brown was at third base for a little bit when McAuliffe
Genovese
came to
has
pitch.
been in left, hasn't he? I don't think he's moved.
I think what happened, because I think Bryce came in from left to go play third base. I could be wrong, though. I probably am wrong.
Yeah, because Tripathi went over to play right.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Genovese stayed out there. Ugh.
Well, now all the positions are correct. Let's see if Tripathi can get Robbinsville out of this inning with as minimal damage as possible.
Yeah, somebody's got to throw strikes for this team. I mean, this inning is consisted of 1 hit and 4 walks.
Up at the plate now.
Nottingham's just happy to stand up there and look at pitches until somebody shows they can throw them over.
Gennaro Salzano up with the bases loaded. 2-1 count. Big hack at that one.
Gennaro Salzano's got a big rooting section out there in right field, including a good buddy of mine, one of my best friends. He's out there. His cousin's stepson's son is Gennaro Salzano, I think.
That is a heck of a connection right there.
Yeah, it's
Ground ball right up the middle, base hit. That one fielded by Tran. They're going to hold the runners. 1 run does score. The bases remain loaded on an RBI single from Gennaro Salzano.
well, the rooting section in right field is happy.
And now stepping up to the plate, the pitcher, Elijah Spurlock, who has been lights out dominant on the hill today and is looking to extend the lead here to make his day on the hill that much easier. Still only 1 out here, and that's a 1-0 count to start this at-bat. Tripathi fires in, and they're gonna give that one a strike. This umpire's been a little late on some of his strike calls. It seems like he's thinking about it and letting it process before he gets it out there.
He's really playing with your head, brother.
He's taking his time. that one just a bit inside. Spurlock had to get out of the way. A little Olay action, if you will. Spurlock, a big lefty bat here. Line drive, gets right through first and second base. Brown comes up firing home. Another good throw, holds the runner at third, but it brings in another run as the circle continues. RBI single for Elijah Spurlock. And now Owen Quirk up to the plate now.
Yeah, these guys just got the merry-go-round going, and I mean, he's holding them up because I think he just thinks, they're just going to keep bringing them in.
That one up high to Quirk, 1-0. And Jakubowski making sure no funny business at third base from Pandolfini. Quirk's had a pretty good game himself in the field and at the plate. That one just low. Dancing back and forth between running and going back. Pandolfini really getting into Jakubowski's head. Typically, I would say don't worry about the base runners, but it's only 1 out. You got to get it any way you can. If he's dancing too much, you got to try it.
Tripathi having a little trouble finding. I'll tell you, that last hit that Spurlock got, that looked like it would have been a ball. That looked like it was a little high, but he went up and got it and leveled off on it, which is tough to do with a pitch that's a little high.
3-0. Another 3-0 count, I should say. As Tripathi tries to find the zone, and he does not there. Ball 4. The score is now 8-1 Nottingham. Now stepping up is your center fielder, Brennan Taylor.
Well, Talar's, he'd like to get on. He's the only guy in the lineup that has not reached base today, so he'd like to put an end to that and make sure every Nottingham player is reached.
He was one of the first Nottingham batters to receive a first pitch strike. 0-1. That one just a touch inside, it looks like. Ones to Talar. Taylor, is that how you pronounce it, Taylor?
I would think Talar, but maybe it's Taylor. I don't know.
I think I heard the announcer say Taylor.
Taylor.
It's like as if it's like Taylor, but it's
Lar.
Yes. So Taylor at the plate here. 2-1 count here. As Fish noted, the only Nottingham Little Leaguer to not reach base today so far. Tripathi gets a sign and fires in there, leaves that one low. Jakubowski looked like he was going to try to backpick the runner at second, but decides better of it. Tripathi finds himself behind again, 3-1. Comes set quick and fires that one outside. Another walk.
Well, Talar got on base, made everybody get on base, and picked up an RBI in the process.
That's a good way to get on base for the first time. And Nottingham only 2 runs away from making this a 10-run ball game.
Yep. I mean, Robbinsville would still have to bat in the bottom of the 5th.
And that's if they get to the bottom of the 5th. We only still have one
No,
out.
you have to.
No, I'm aware. I'm just saying it seems like we're just going to keep going.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. This has been a long top of the 5th.
Raymond at the plate now. And Tim gets plunked as the inning of woes continue for Robbinsville, and that makes it a 10-1 ball game. Stepping up to the plate now, second baseman Austin Marshall.
It's the second time now Raymond's been hit by a pitch. He's reached all 3 times. Got a run scored and a RBI. The walk and 2 hit by pitches.
And it looks like we're going to have another pitching change here for Robbinsville, as looks like we're going to see Kelton Jakubowski come in and pitch to his brother behind the plate. And we'll let the Jakubowskis get some warm-ups in and be right back with you here on the WBCB Sports Network, 10-1 Nottingham.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org. Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology has a highly rated and award-winning dermatology team with over 130 years of collective clinical experience. They've been voted as the region's best dermatologist and doctor for 20 consecutive years. Over 1,500 5-star reviews from satisfied patients. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Kelton Jakubowski is going to take over on the mound here for Robbinsville, relieving Virat Tripathi, who goes to take a seat now, leaving all the fielding alignments the exact same. Now, just a quick...
Good.
No more adjustments for us, Fish.
No.
But just to keep the people a little updated on how this is going to go here, the winner of this game is going to go on to play the winner of Game 2, which was earlier today between Sunnybrae and West Windsor. Sunnybrae ended up winning that one in an 8-0 effort. The bats came alive late for Sunnybrae against West Windsor. And as of right now, it seems like Nottingham's going to be the one facing them, Fish.
Yeah, barring a comeback for the ages, I think you're right.
And we will have that game for you tomorrow. That game at 1 o'clock. Ground ball to the shortstop. 6-4, and they get one out there, but they can't turn two. So a fielder's choice right there for Austin Marshall.
Austin Marshall, another RBI for Marshall. That's his second of the game.
And that makes it a 10-run lead here, but there are 2 outs in the inning. So as we mentioned, this is Game 3 of this tournament that we have going on. Robbinsville won an electric Game 1 yesterday against Bordentown. They'll play against West Windsor in the losers bracket for that one, and then the loser of, I believe, this game.
The loser of this game plays
the winner of the game tomorrow morning at 11 on Monday.
Right.
But as of right now, everything is looking like we're going to be seeing a Nottingham Little League versus Sunnybrae Little League here.
Again, barring a comeback for the ages.
Which would be amazing to see. I would love to see that, honestly.
What, that kind of comeback?
Yeah, that'd be awesome. That's
No
a walk-off.
No dinner plans?
I don't have any. I don't got anything going on today. Jordan doesn't seem to be a fan of my idea. It's a little,
No, he does not.
it's a little hot out here.
I think I agree with Jordan.
Jordan's like, I got a tent, and he doesn't.
That's right.
I'll buy one of those portable fans next time. I'll bring it, just have it pointed directly at you.
Oh, you two crazy kids. Gus is just back there working away.
Gus is just listening to all of us like make fun of each other and then give each other grief for just the tiniest things. And he's like, as long as this doesn't crash, we're good.
Marshall still second, so.
On a pass ball there by Jakubowski. The battery of Jakubowski.
This is O'Connor's the guy that started all this.
And he gets him swinging there. 2-2 now.
Connor drew a lead-off walk. Little did he realize what that was going to lead to.
What an inning it's been for Nottingham.
Yeah, 8-run inning.
And Jakubowski looking to get out of the inning, and he does just that. Kelton Jakubowski with a strikeout. High fives his brother, and he's hype about it. Well, I guess if Robbinsville can get one thing out of this, Kelton Jakubowski is exactly what you need to fire up your ball club.
I guess.
A 10-run lead for Nottingham. Let's see if Robbinsville can mount any type of comeback here on the WBCB Sports Network.
Hamilton Township in Mercer County is fortunate to have many fine businesses that serve our community. Saul Funeral Home is a fourth-generation family-owned business proud to support our local schools and community. Their compassionate and caring staff is there for you and your family. They'll bring the closure you deserve while also celebrating the life of your loved one. Visit their website at saulfuneralhomes.com. That's saulfuneralhomes.com. Saul Funeral Home at 3795 Nottingham Way, Hamilton Square.
Going to the bottom of the fifth inning here, an 11-1 lead for Nottingham, barring a run scored by Robbinsville. 3 outs here would be game over, a 10-run rule limit, as Elijah Spurlock looks to close the door on an absolutely immaculate day on the hill, despite an error we saw earlier that set up the 1 run that was scored by Robbinsville early in this game. He hasn't allowed a hit this entire game. He has just been in complete control out there.
Yeah, he had hiccup in the second when he walked the leadoff batter, and that batter ended up coming around to score on a double steal.
Spurlock looks to etch his name in Nottingham Little League history with this pitching performance. But he's got a pretty big task facing him right now, as Robbinsville's Bryce Brown steps up to face him, and he's facing 3, 4, and 5 to try to end this game. First pitch from Spurlock is lined to the cars, and it bounces. And it looks like no window damage yet again, as the faithful count their lucky stars that they don't have to call their insurance company later tonight. Brown, that one misses a little inside. It's a 1-1 count.
I'm sure Nottingham would have liked to pick up a couple of those last runs just so they had some wiggle room here to get the 10-run rule. You know, if Robbinsville can score a run, it'll extend this to the 6th inning.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Ground ball to the shortstop, Pandolfini. Good play. Big. Oh, and that one went right through the webbing of the glove.
Yeah, that's an E3.
That was a really good throw from Pandolfini, but a little too hard for the glove of Quirk as it goes right through the webbing.
I'm not sure about how all that was.
Abby Kushel, the cleanup hitter. He's looking to come through big for this Robbinsville side. Line drive, base hit!
Yeah.
And that's going to put an end to the no-hitter.
Yep.
Your first hit for Robbinsville. And it comes by the way of the shortstop, Abby Kushel.
You know what? No, wait. No, oh, no, that's right. It was, yeah. I wrote down Jakubowski that he walked, but I wrote the B so skinny it looked like a 1. It wasn't. It was a walk. So.
And with that, it's going to be the end of the road, pitching-wise, for Elijah Spurlock, who is absolutely lights out for this entire game. And he sets up the shortstop, Matteo Pandolfini.
Yeah, Spurlock allowed the 1 hit, two walks, struck out 6, 4 in a row at one point. And
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills.
Pandolfini.
That's the name I remember.
That's Mattio's cousin. Tim Riemann, Jack Riemann was on that team. I think they're brothers. Ryan O'Donnell's brother JJ was on the last team.
I remember that name too.
Dom Stilantano, the guy we were talking about that hit the home run, his cousin is Gennaro Salzano.
I mean, you go from one incredibly Italian name to another. I would hope that they're related.
And their brother is Dom Salzano, the Mercer County Soccer Hall of Famer.
First pitch by Pandolfini fouled off, and things are getting a little dangerous for the Cars over here.
Yeah, for sure.
That one just snuck over the top of it. Pandolfini wants a new ball. Now, Pandolfini he's got a little bit of gas in that arm here. I was watching him warm up.
Yeah, and Pandolfini, his father, Ryan, who we were just talking about, his brother, Darren, was an assistant coach on that 2023 champ.
Just got a piece of that one, did Jakubowski. That one sounded like it hurt. Pandolfini looking to just get through this and get Nottingham a W. He fires in and he gets him on an off-speed pitch. Strike 3. What a pitch, Matteo Pandolfini. I don't use the word often, but that was disgusting.
You don't use it when you're talking about me?
No, I wouldn't. Fish, I only use words like elegant and class when I talk about Rich Fisher.
Yeah, elegance. That's the first thing that comes to mind.
Elegance, class, intelligence, gracefulness, just complete ladylike. That's what I think of Rich Fisher.
Thank you.
Oh! That was a swing and a miss by Amato, and the catcher missed.
Yeah, the ump caught it. Let's hope he's okay. He's swinging his right arm around.
Well, that's a lot of heat coming out of the arm of Matteo Pandolfini that absolutely drilled our home plate umpire here.
Ryan Pandolfini going out to see if he's okay. That's a shame. You're down to the last couple outs maybe and take one off the shoulder.
Yeah, and of course it would be when it's at the apex of the heat. You've been sweating all day. This guy's been because this umpire was working the field in the first game.
Yeah, I know. And these guys are wearing black. That doesn't help when it's a hot day. That black absorbs the heat.
You know what? Can I bring up a point? Why do we still call them blue when they wear black?
I don't know. I've been saying that for years.
I'm thinking about it now. I call umpires blue all the time.
Blue,
They're clearly not in blue.
That's just a cliche from years ago.
Maybe they should go back to wearing blue. They might it's probably better with this heat. More of the same for Pandolfini as the runner breaks for third. And he gets there, and the runner breaks for home, and there goes the 10-run rule.
Yeah, that was more sloppiness by Nottingham.
There's something going on with the first baseman's gloves, because it seems like it just keeps getting through the webbing or right off the tip of the glove. They cannot seem to catch a break with that.
I don't know what's going on.
And Tripathi back up to the plate now. Pandolfini fires a strike in there. I would just like to point out right now that Pandolfini is 7 for 7 on strikes.
Yeah.
Second one in there. There goes the immaculate inning. I'll shut my mouth. 1-1 count now to Tripathi. Coach Camuto calling out the plays. And that strike up high. One and two count now to Tripathi. And that one fouled off over the, not over the netting, stays in the field of play. We can all take a breath. Tripathi fighting here. Pandolfini shakes off pitch one, likes the second one, and he fires. Good pitch, but just a little low. Robbinsville getting the dugout getting a little hype, going behind their batter.
Yeah, why not?
That one up high, no advance from the runner at third. Count is now full, 3-2 with 2 outs here. Pandolfini, who started this inning cruising, has now found himself in a little bit of trouble. Looking to get out of this. Strike three, right down the middle. Matteo Pandolfini gets out of the inning. Well, we thought we weren't going to see a 6th inning, but Robbinsville does put one up. So we will see Nottingham bat again here on the WBCB Sports Network.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills.
Hi, I'm Errol Reese. Most people diagnosed with skin cancer are not even aware of their cancer. It's important to get a complete skin checkup. Kessel Dermatology offers a vast array of surgical procedures, including Mohs surgery, plus other non-surgical options. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's hit, you know.
The battery Jakubowski back out there for one more inning as they look to get out of the inning unscathed with an incredibly hot Nottingham lineup coming up to the plate. Once again, I'm Ryan Baxter. My color commentator today is Rich Fisher. Thank you to the rest of the crew today. Jordan Hirsch doing camera work in this insane heat, and Gus Barber making this stream all the more possible by manning the computer. What a fun crew to be around, honestly, Fish. I've had a lot of fun doing these games with you guys so far.
Yes, it's been a fine time.
As hot as it's been a lot of good baseball, too. We've seen some good swings, a lot of good defense, too.
No, it's interesting. Nottingham, they got 11 runs up there. They only have 6 hits. 10 different players have scored runs. 8 different players have driven in runs. And only 5 different players have hits. Ryan O'Donnell, the only guy with 2 hits on the team. Austin Marshall's the only guy with 2 RBIs. And Owen Quirk is the only guy with 2 runs scored. I mean, they've been scoring and getting on up and down the lineup.
You know, it's one of those things where it's like you wish you could give like a player of the game to a whole team, because it's just been such a really good team game by Nottingham.
It has.
Jagabowski, his first pitch is left up high to Ryan O'Donnell.
Nottingham has drawn 10 walks in this game.
Their discipline has been unmatched. Fires that one in there and fielded. And that's the first out of the inning. Stumbles over there.
Okay.
Looks like he's all right. I think he just had a little tough there. Kushel able to make the play there and get the first out of the inning.
Spoiled O'Donnell's perfect day. He was 2 for 2.
You just had to talk about it, didn't you, Fish?
With a run. Well, I talked about it after. I didn't say he had a perfect day before.
He said he was the only guy with 2 hits.
Well, yeah. I didn't say he was perfect.
That's true. I take that back. I'm sorry, Fish. I jumped the gun on that one.
Yes, you did.
I apologize.
It's okay. Now go to bed without your supper.
I was planning on it anyway, Fish.
Dmowski's reached on an error and sacrificed.
And another ground ball to Kushel. He's cleaned things up since the little mistakes we saw earlier. That's 2 outs here for Robbinsville. And Jason Baylog steps up to the plate. The last chance for insurance for Nottingham.
Yeah, I think they got enough.
You think so?
Yeah. Baylog sacrificed and walked.
Line drive right at the shortstop, Kalush. He ends the inning there and gets Robbinsville back up to hit. Who would have thought that Kelton Jagabowski, somebody who you didn't really expect to pitch, would have the most effective couple of innings here for Robbinsville?
Well, that's the first clean inning of the game for Robbinsville.
From somebody you're not really expecting.
You can't really call the first inning a clean inning, even though it was 3 up and 3 down, because there was a walk and then they got a double play. I don't know. Some people say if you get 3 out without the bases empty, it's a clean inning.
9 runs to go for Robbinsville. Fish, you think this is a comeback that could happen?
No. No, I don't.
Not with Pandolfini on the mound.
Well, 9 runs is a lot
It
to
is.
get. I mean, it can be done. I've seen it done. I've seen these Little League games go from complete blowouts to, wild games. But I think Nottingham's too good.
And we've seen it a couple of times, like even recently on the Major League side of things, too. Arizona had a crazy inning like that against Atlanta, I believe. They scored like 9 runs and won the game. But either way, leading off the inning for Robbinsville will be Michael McAuliffe. Looking to get anything going for Robbinsville to keep their hopes in this tournament alive before having to go through the loser's bracket and do things the hard way.
Yep. Unfortunately, Robbinsville gets off tomorrow. They can use it playing 2 straight games.
Oh, yeah. Elijah Spurlock is the first baseman. Austin Marshall has moved over to shortstop. And we got some action going down for the Nottingham bullpen as well. As a just-in-case precaution, I would assume. Strike 1.
As it stands now, if this score holds, so we will be on the air at approximately 1 tomorrow. There is a game tomorrow at 11, an elimination game. West Windsor plays Bordentown, and the loser of that game is eliminated. And when that game is completed, we're hoping it's around 1 o'clock, we would be on the air with Sunnybrae, and again, if this score holds, Sunnybrae against Nottingham. And then Robbinsville would play on Monday. Robbinsville would play the winner of the West Windsor Bordentown game.
Line drive, base hit, gets down, and it gets by the right fielder. McAuliffe stumbles around first, back to the first base bag, and looked like he came off, but he got that foot right there. Heads up play out there by the second baseman for Nottingham. They had some fielding changes here, so because Marshall's over at shortstop now. I believe that's Owen McWhorter over there at second. A good heads-up play to cut that ball off and get it back to first base to make it even closer.
Well, if you're going to try and score 9 runs, that's a good way to start. Get the leadoff guy on.
Yeah, can't do it any better than that.
Robbinsville saying, we'll show you, Rich Fisher. You think we can't come back?
Anything could happen in this lovely sport of baseball, Fish. It's one of the only sports, possibly the only sport, that doesn't really have a time limit.
Nope.
So
no time limit.
Quite literally anything could happen until that last strike is recorded. Which is why I low-key have a little bit of faith in this Robbinsville team. John Adula fouls that one off. Remains 0-2. If John Adula gets on, it's going to be the left fielder, Jackson Genovese, stepping up.
I'll tell you what, if Robbinsville did come back, it would be quite a sight to behold, that's for sure.
I would lose my voice probably if they came back in some facet this game. I would love to see that. It's like I said, I would genuinely love to see it. It'd be a walk-off win, and the kids would love it. You know that they would have an absolute ball with that.
You realize you're infuriating all the Nottingham fans by saying this.
I'm not trying to.
Well, you are.
I don't mean
You're rooting
to.
for Robbinsville to come back for a walk-off win.
As John Adula strikes out here, 1 out here. I don't want to say I'm rooting for it.
You would love to see it.
I would love to see it because it's exciting. You know, I'm not actively sitting here
I
on the
know. You want it
broadcast.
for the excitement work.
Of course I do.
You're not rooting for Robbinsville per se. You're rooting for the excitement.
Yeah, I have a lot of history with both of these little leagues, actually. I played against both of them growing up a lot.
There you go.
You know, so it's like it's always a friendly thing. I love seeing both of them play.
Now, who did you play for?
I played for, who did I play for? Oh, my goodness. I played for a Trenton team. I know that because I grew up in Chambersburg. I grew up played in the Chambersburg area.
Was it? They had a Chambersburg Little League. Was it Chambersburg Little League?
I played Hamilton Little Lads, actually, thinking about it.
Oh.
So some of those guys would go on and play the All-Stars.
Yeah, but they didn't play in this tournament, the Little Lads.
I played with my cousin Kyle, who played for Sunnybrae over in those tournaments, and for the Little Lads, and he played over there as well.
Yeah, but they
for a little
weren't
bit.
District 12 tournaments because Hamilton Little Lads was not in District 12.
No, they weren't.
They were in Babe Ruth. I mean, you might have played in some other tournament, you know, that they, like a non, you know, like these tournaments advance to next round type of things. You might have just played in whatever they are, like,
Yeah, because
I don't know what you would call them, but just tournaments that's it. That you play that tournament and it's over. The winner doesn't go any further or anything.
Nah, that was just for bragging rights. But I think they were like, I do remember playing against teams like this. It might have been just like little scrimmages here and there, like nothing like serious, just getting out there and getting the kids ready to go. But I remember going to a lot of Sunnybrae games in the 2010s, especially earlier on, because my cousin Kyle Wirtz was a pitcher for this team, and he was a really good pitcher for this team a while back. And then his younger brother, my other cousin Jared Wirtz, did his thing for Sunnybrae as well. And then we talked about it a little bit. I talked about it anyway when I was talking outside of the broadcast. A couple of the names that you see up there, some names like Chris LaBelle for basketball fans out there, or even some other baseball fans. You see a name like Ray Anderson up there.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, wow, a lot of history does come through these little leagues.
Ray Anderson's mom, Jean, was the Sunnybrae commissioner or whatever, president for a while, Jean Anderson, and then she moved on to Babe Ruth. I remember Ray, yeah.
He was a really good pitcher in his time when he played. This is Jason Baylog now on the hill, replacing Matteo Pandolfini.
All right, so you grew up in Chambersburg, but you played for Hamilton Little Lads.
I did, yeah. I grew up on South Clinton Avenue, and then at some point moved into the Hamilton area. But line drive to Pandolfini, caught back to first base. Almost got the double play there.
Did, yeah.
I'm trying to remember now. I'm trying to remember my living situations. Yes, because I lived on South Clinton Avenue, but I think it was like one of those situations where if I was across the street, it would have been a different section.
Gotcha.
So I lived on the 1200 block of South Clinton Avenue growing up, and I guess on that side of the street, I was eligible to go play for Hamilton, because that's where I ended up playing. I could have easily went and played at the 611 field, or
right.
everything down down by the cemetery drive and everything like that. I
Yeah.
and I did play there. I just didn't play for those teams. played against them.
Well, Chambersburg, they played at Columbus Park right on Hamilton Avenue.
Yes, I grew up right around the corner from that, actually.
That was a lively league back in the day. There he goes,
And a
the
runner
second.
to second. McAuliffe gets in there safely.
See, now that's you don't take risks like that when you're down by a lot.
Looks like,
you know,
I mean, I guess Coach Tran just wants them to be fighting all the way until the
I
end.
guess that's probably it. You know, just show some aggressiveness.
Fly ball down the right field line. That one gets down.
I mean, maybe if it was like a 3-run game or a 2-run game, you would say don't do that because, you know, your run means nothing. The guy behind you has to score.
Yeah, exactly.
So unless he doesn't score, scores, if he scores, you're scoring too. So
yeah, just kind of sets a precedence of just never giving up. Always go until that final
maybe
strike
that's
is called.
what that is.
1-2 count, 2-2. That one a little outside to the pitcher, Jakubowski.
Jason Baylog was he the third pitcher today? For
Yes, I
Nottingham?
believe, because we started out with Spurlock, then we went to Pandolfini, and now we're at Baylog. Fires that one in there low, bounces. Full count now, 3-2 with 2 outs here. Bottom of the 6th with Robbinsville attempting to threaten. 3-2 pitch, that one just high, ball 4. Now that's 2 runners on now. A really good at bat there from Kelton Jakubowski, who is having the time of his life out there. He is all smiles.
Good. That's what it's about.
He's having a blast right now.
That's exactly what it's about. You'd love to see that.
He's pitched 2 really good innings, and he gets on base to try to keep his team alive here. Have a day, Kelton Jakubowski.
Jakubowski's
Getting
drawn 2 walks today.
It's a courtesy runner now. We're going to see Genovese step back out onto the field here to be courtesy run for his pitcher.
Carter Avery, last gasp here. He struck out his first time up.
Baylog having some trouble finding the zone right now. 1-0 count.
We've seen that a couple times today by pitchers.
Set and fires a big hack, fouls it behind him. 1-1 now. Avery swung out of his shoes on that one. And we're gonna have another meeting on the mound here.
It's been a long game.
It has been. Baylog hasn't found the zone too much just yet, but there are 2 outs here. And it looks like he's going to be swinging at most of what he sees here, considering that was a healthy hack there by Carter Avery.
I mean, you don't swing if it's not a strike. You need base runners. You need a lot of base runners.
I mean, just think, let's do some quick math here. 2 grand slams and a 2-run homer, they win. Back to the first baseman and no play.
Is that your game plan?
That's got to be Robbinsville's game plan. That's not my game plan.
2 grand slams and a 2-run homer. We haven't seen a homer yet.
It was either 10 straight solo shots or that.
Right. In a tournament where not
that
one
one inside.
Not one has left the park yet.
Somehow that pitch inside. I'm starting, and that one is ball 4.
I'm guessing they took Pandolfini out for pitch count reasons.
They had to. And now we got time called. Little meeting between Coach Tran and his son Miles. Miles looking to uncork on one here and bring his team right back into this.
Well, Baylog's got one job: throw strikes. And throw strikes enough. Somebody's got the ball's going to go at somebody, and they'll catch it.
Line drive gets right through. And now Robbinsville has a merry-go-round, it appears to be going.
Yeah, they do.
The bases are loaded. 2 outs here. The Robbinsville faithful throwing on rally caps behind us.
Yeah, I heard that.
And now this is setting up Luca Camuto. Camuto drives one to center field. Over the head of the center fielder. It gets down. 2 runners are going to score, and Robbinsville is alive.
Good hold by first by Camuto. He teed off on that. Nice line drive right out there.
Robbinsville showing a lot of fight here in this game. Stepping up, possibly the biggest bat in this lineup, Bryce Brown. We saw Bryce Brown pitch yesterday, and he was the game-winning run for them against Bordentown. Looking to continue his heroics here for his team.
Well, I said he had one job, throw strikes. He's thrown strikes, and they've hit it, but that's okay. You still got 6 runs to play with. Don't walk, guys. Let them get their way on. Throw strikes.
It's a good thing they had the lead that they did, because if they didn't, things would be getting really, really scary. And things are probably getting really scary for them out there. They're not used to this. Baylog trying to find the zone again. That one low. I mean, you don't want to leave a pitch hanging to a bat like Bryce Brown, but you also just don't want to give up the base.
No, you can't. You can't. You got somebody going out to warm up down there.
It looks like Austin Marshall heading down there to start throwing some pitches.
Wait, what doesn't that kid do?
Apparently he just does everything
Second
well.
base, shortstop.
He can hit, he can pitch.
Yep, can play defense.
At just 11 years old.
Yeah.
2-1, 2 outs. Baylog the pitch. That one line drive, base hit. And that one gets by the left fielder. Another run is going to score. Camuto on his way to third. And he's going to hold him there at third base. It's a 5-run ball game.
Wow. Well, I'll tell you what, Bax, man, I'm going to give you credit for having the confidence in this Robbinsville team.
This team is gritty, man.
Back.
I saw what they were doing yesterday against the Bordentown team. They kept that game going when nobody wanted that game to keep going. Robbinsville didn't even want it to keep going, and they still fought back, and they still won that game. They got a lot of heart, this team. Every level of Robbinsville, you think about it, from their high school level down to here. When you think about Robbinsville, they're gritty, and they get their jobs done, and that's exactly what they're doing. Coming through exactly when you need it. You got 3, 4, and 5. Well, 4 and 5 about to come up if Kushel can get on here. That sets up Jacobowski, and then you're right back to pretty much where you started your rally from an inning before.
Well, you only got 1 out to play with, though, so.
Yeah, they got to play it really smart.
This is still a massive challenge.
But they're really showing that, like, all they needed was a little bit better at pitching, and they really could have been right back into it, but that's just how it goes.
I'm impressed with the way they're trying to come back here.
And Kushel, who's had a really good day in the field after a couple of mishaps early on in the game, really cleaned his act up, and now he's looking to become a hero here for Robbinsville.
He's got a single and a walk. He's reached both times up.
The pitch, that one low. Balag having trouble finding the zone again.
A little bit of tension over there in the Nottingham stands. Actually, tension on both sides.
The pitch fires in there, line drive, foul. It is caught.
Yeah.
It is caught by Nottingham, but not by a player in the field.
No, by the guy protecting the players in the field from an overthrow.
Or from situations like that, exactly. Looking over the extra hitters now, I'm kind of curious. That's either Dymowski or O'Connor. Another line drive right down and they got out of the way of that one.
Yeah. No, they got to put another strike up on that scoreboard.
Yes, they do.
It's 2-1.
So it turns out that's Owen Quick who made that play down there because he's not at first base anymore.
All right, they're all coming back in. We've been peppered enough.
Yeah.
They're coming back in.
Yeah, they're getting a little scary out there. 2-2 now. Ground ball fielded by Spurlock, and that's going to do it. Robbinsville shows a lot of heart at the end of this game, but just not enough to overcome the powerful Nottingham Little League as they win this game at a final of 11-6.
Yeah, and, you know, Robbinsville, I mean, like they still lost by 5, but just the fact that they scored these 4 runs in the bottom of the 6th, that's some momentum you could build on going into Monday's game, I guess, against the Bordentown West Windsor team. You know, you didn't go down fighting. You do have that spirit that you talked about. And for Nottingham, look, they built up a big lead. I don't think they were ever too concerned, and they weren't putting their ace pitchers in there to try to get this done. They had Bela go in, and you know, I'm not sure if they're one of their top liners, but you know, they got the win they needed. Robbinsville put up a little scuffle, and yeah, they're going to have to do a little bit of heavy lifting now to get out of that elimination bracket. But you know, anything can happen here. So I guess I will see you guys tomorrow.
Yes, you will, Rich Fisher. The next time you'll see the Robbinsville team is Monday, as they face the winner of Bordentown and West Windsor. Tomorrow you'll also see Nottingham play against Sunnybrae. That's going to be live on WBCB, hopefully around 1 o'clock today. Thank you to everybody who joined watching today. Thank you to my crew, Rich Fisher doing color commentary, Gus Barber making the stream possible, Jordan Hirsch giving you the best camera shots you've ever seen. One final time for our sponsor, the Revere Restaurant, Team Toyota, Capital Health System, Kessel Dermatology, Hyundai of Trenton, the Trentonian, Trenton Thunder, the Italian People's Bakery, Haldeman Ford, Hamilton Township Education Association, and Jammer Doors and Windows. With the final score of 11-6, Nottingham advancing in the tournament, I've been Ryan